Faze versus Godsent on Mirage. That is the next match we have for you. Earlier on, Godsent were also in action. They went 1-1 with Fnatic, so they have accrued some points as well. Maybe we can just take a quick reminder, another look at the leaderboard and see what that has meant for Godsent and Fnatic. Fnatic won 1, lost 1 today, so they have finished their matches and they are on 30 points. Are they safe? I'm not quite sure that they are just yet, but it does depend on who is playing whom in the other matches to come. So we can see, let's see where Godsent are. They've got 2 more games to play, so they could make it to 28 points. So there is a world where perhaps they make it to LAN, and that might be quite interesting indeed. However, all the teams above them with matches to play have more matches to play, so that will prove difficult. Godsent with 2 matches against Faze. Can they pick up some W's? That's the question.
Or will they be looking like mouse balls? Because that is quite likely, I think. That said, Godsent are really good, and what we have Cash and Mirage, right? Or
yes,
Mirage and
Mirage
Cash.
and Cash.
So these are like really good maps for Godsent. Like it's very skill-based or very individual skill based maps where that can really shine, and it's a team where they have a wealth of that. But at the same time, I mean, FaZe are going to be incredible on these maps. I think FaZe will outclass them. I think the inexperience will show.
Yeah, they've started playing a lot more Cash, and Mirage was like their de facto best map for a while. So it's not gonna be easy. But yeah, the map lends itself to their Godsent style for sure.
Marvelous. Godsent will be defending to begin with. Twist with a smoke and a diffuse kit. Everybody else Kevlar. USPs all round. No fancy deagles today. Faze with Guardian on a P250. He's been dropped 1 by Rain, I think. Well, Faze. That's a nice meaty grenade. Brolan taking a lot of that. Freddy B finds the bullets on Nico between the 2 smokes here. Sometimes you see that smoke somewhat deeper now to stop that gap from being a thing. Someone actually tweeted me, I want to say G2 do that. Something I need to look into later on. But for now, it is Faze losing the personnel in this pistol round. Guardian with P250, very patient stuff. Hampus on the high ground, a double peek with Brolan and Hampus. Surely he goes wide, Guardian. Oh, the nice patience there. But the bomb will be defused. He will hold on to his P250 and his Kevlar with 5 HP. Smart stuff.
Just imagine. Just imagine. Kerrigan and Guardian both have AKs. Yeah, it'll be 2 and 3 CZs. Just looking at the pictures alone, I mean, it looks fearsome. The world in which this round goes south for Godsent. It's gonna be a tough second round. Brought to you by the bomb plant, but Freddy B.
Freddy B.
Coming at you live from the window with an opening frag.
Brolan as well, getting in there. Brolan. Another frag for him. And things will be cleaned up pretty effectively, it seems, from Godsent's perspective. This buy of FaZe has really not done the job that they really wanted it to do. And at the very least, minimally, you would want to get some damage, and they've not been able to do that either. Perhaps Rain can try to do that, or he's just going to sit in a corner for a minute. Which is probably what he will do, because if he tries to push anything with 58 health, he's probably going to die. So he can otherwise capitalize on a wayward player, a hungry, greedy player, looking for a frag, looking to eliminate the AK. Perhaps his teammates have said, Rain on board, go die. And he'll get a kill. Down to 4 points of health now. They know exactly where he is. They saw the bomb on him.
Off he goes. 4 HP. He wants to do some more damage. No, Mr. Rain, I expect you to die.
It's a damage. Yes.
For those of you who watch Bond films, Rain still has that like Le Chiffre-esque vibe to him.
Yeah, he looks like a Bond villain, yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I see it in his future.
But somehow, he's also a very nice guy.
That's what he wants you to think.
Damn, it's the best villain.
2-0 to Godsent. That was a massive fail for FaZe, unfortunately for them, but they don't give up any T weapons to Godsent, and Rain holds on to his AK-47. Anime gun, apparently.
It's very cool.
I wonder if he uses the Akihabara accepts.
Looks like Powerpuff Girls. Ooh. Opening frag with the AK, very nice.
Ooh, at the feet. Oh, well, okay. Next to no damage. Standard.
Yes, go. Rangers continue to harass from this position. And Godsent are trying to play it very passively. They don't want to get caught off guard, but Nico's collected the M4 now. And he's peeking deep. This is a problem. There's a very big blind spot, but he can't really move forward without making a sound cue, which he does not want to do. Oh, does he? There it is. Oh, Brolon's too far away to hit that, perhaps. And Nico knows something was likely pushed. And there it is, he finds it.
Marvelous. I was going to say that might even favor the CTs, but FaZe have players which are just too smart. They're too aware, and now Godsent have problems that need to be solved. Nico on the flower pot on the ramp, and this might just be a safe situation. One of those awkward rounds, like, do we really have to give this up? Yep, pretty much.
Well, I think the problem for them is that they. So there's we talked about it a little bit on the podcast, like how risk-based, obviously CS is, but also life. Everything is risk-based, and they decided to try to play it safe, quote unquote safe, but in reality, you have to take some kind of a risk, and they just played it passively and created so many openings. They did not allow for themselves to even have a chance to stop anything. They just gave so much space to FaZe to move around the map. Didn't challenge any angles except having Brolin deep on pit, and that was basically it.
It was kind of a before you know it round from FaZe where they just took out the right players, and it was like the minimum amount of correct players to make it so that Godsent didn't even realize that without them there was no play to be made. There's no way they could adjust their setup, and it was just far too late. All 5 of FaZe's players got ideal after plant setups with just 2 kills.
Yeah, that cannot be. That's one of those things where it's like, if you look at it back, it can't be that we've allowed this situation to happen. You have to make a play before it gets to that point. Speaking of making plays, we got a set piece execution for FaZe onto the A sites, but they want to go with the initial grenades.
The pop flash for any player behind the smoke, and Brolin gets picked off. Lovely play from Rain to spot Freddy B as well. Moving towards, oh, business jump. Moving towards jungle position. Connector smoked off as well. It left the stairs exposed, and the CTs might not have wanted to stand there. Yeah, when the smoke is crossed, can take the stairs, but without that smoke, it's a different story altogether.
Oh dear. The might of FaZe. The might of FaZe.
Absolutely fisted. Round number 2 for FaZe incoming on roofs. Special delivery.
Yeah. What we're seeing is just a strangulation of the A site through a split with very little movement. I didn't need to go mid on this. My mistake.
Yeah, beautiful set piece, although Rain just immediately getting both openings makes a big difference.
There are 4 Zeuses. Godsent.
Zeus.
It's a quartet. They want to sing us a song of electricity.
Tarek tweeted that he was like, we need FACEIT to enable Zeus's on their servers. I guess he was talking about the pub servers.
I suppose he was.
I could Kenny S with a Zeus in the show match. Took his orb.
Huh? Noise. Zeus.
Ooh, the blind spot. Nice. That is one of those positions where you can knife somebody from if they don't check it.
Hello.
Ready.
The Palace reminds me of when I was in Kuwait. It's a place where you sit down on the carpets and have tea.
Oh yeah. I say, oh yeah, as though I've been
To Kuwait.
Yeah, it's like, there we go. The click
Another blind spots.
of the chats going off. Oh! Did they get the tag?
Robbery.
Didn't
He didn't touch him.
Oh, I thought I heard the...
That's how the Zeus goes for me at the very rare times where I choose it. I actually forget it exists in the game. I just never even think to buy one.
Well, now Nico has one.
It's nice. It's cheap.
What was it, like $100?
$100. I don't know the kill reward though.
Yeah, I can't remember. Probably 300.
That is hashtag worth.
Okay, so this is a round where Godsent, you know, mid push would be really good. You know, something to get some aggression going to mitigate the lack of utility and AWP, and that's what they're going to be doing. So mid push, get some information, get some presence on the map. Also, they've worked out that either one or two things: Faze are not interested in early mid control, or they are playing a very passive default. So it's one of those two things. So starting to put the pieces together. But okay, it looks like they've worked out that they think it's going to be B.
Yeah, because they got mid control. This connector smoke only like ensures to them that it's going to be a B hit.
Hamper's trying to get away, manages to get around a corner. No smoke to create space for a rotation into the B bomb site, but he has given them the slit. However, Guardian is above. Now Hamper is set below. Doppland cutting off the rotation. The bomb though is on the site already, and the CTs now have a man advantage and maybe high ground advantage, although Doppland is going to play the extra man and move into the short position rather than continue in the apartments. And that will compromise where Faze can stand. But Guardian hears the rotation already, and there's a free kill for him.
So now they have to make their way in through the shop to a piece. It's going to be a tough one. Guardian, though, doesn't know about it just yet. The flick is absolutely on. Now Freddy B is left alone. And the bomb is quite close to destination at this point. Does take down Guardian. That's good work there. And the next player is very close. Could have worked out. It was incredibly close.
One bullet close.
And it will not be close enough, unfortunately. No cigar. Close but no cigar. I guess you kind of have to say the whole phrase, otherwise it doesn't really make sense.
The cigars are
You
close.
can't just say,
close.
can't just say no cigars. Doesn't really make sense.
Is that what you said?
I think that's what he
most
said
people
in
start
mine.
with the beginning of the phrase, not the end.
Yeah, indeed.
Close but.
Work in progress.
You've always been special.
I'm an innovator.
Ahead of your time. Talking
Hater.
backwards will become a thing in the future. We will all know that Dan was there first.
Yeah.
In the next Star Wars.
Just some pistols here for Godsent. Faze beginning to sort of carve in a big advantage. You know, should they only be able to close down the anti-force buy?
Godsent had him last round. Like that was their round. They had the right control and everything. And Faze still won. So that's a bad sign.
Simon's not a very Swedish name. It's an English name. Simon has some company. Oh, he didn't know anything about that second kill. Exist just took the last bullet. Collateral damage, and that has collapsed this round for Faze. Poor Exist.
When the spacing is too tight.
It's almost like when you're the second person out and you get shot instead of the first person.
Except as the second person. But so quickly.
It's like, this is not what I deserve. Why didn't you kill the other guy? You saw him first. Godsent will survive with 4 players alive. The bomb is surrounded, the helicopters are out, the spotlights are on, the dogs are running wild.
They've unlocked all the perks.
They've got the heat maps.
Where's the UAVs?
What are the perks in the Call of Duty?
I don't know. I know there's dogs.
I've never played multiplayer. I used to play the single player campaigns on PC.
There's dogs, helicopter, UAV, like a radar hack.
There's a missile thing.
I think there's a missile.
You can lead the missile thingy.
We're probably triggering a bunch of people who are like, oh, how come these guys haven't played Call of Duty?
I mean, this is a Counter-Strike stream. I very much doubt we are triggering loads of people.
Wow.
By not knowing anything about a Call of Duty. I'd be very surprised.
played Call of Duty 1.
Well then, Godsent straight back into this half. Molotov to clear out the back of mid, but nobody's there. Brolan has been spotted. Maybe it was a gimmick smoke and Rain wasn't familiar with it. Twist taking that smoke for granted as well. And this will cost Godsent. This will be very expensive for them.
Yeah, it's not looking all that good. It's going to be quite tough for them to get back into the rounds. FaZe just need to come together and go for the split on A at this point, and they can just do it from mid, the 4-1. There's no AWP or anything to worry about. It's going to be sad for Godsent because they have AKs, and those AKs are likely going to be all gone by the end of this round. Easy frag on Disco dot plant. They knew that he was there, and now they can just get the plant going. Hampus. Ooh, could be a steal of an AWP potentially. Yes, there it is. It's a mighty fine AWP. Oh, he's going back to his teammates, and they can formulate a defense. Hold on to the guns. This is a consolation absolutely for Godsent, but I kind of in my mind I'm wondering sort of, you know, when things get out of hand for Godsent, because I feel like FaZe will just be eventually overpowering.
Yeah,
but maybe not.
The score. I mean, the scoreline's so tight still that they probably feel okay. But I think there's been some things that I would be really worried about for Godsent already, and I think this is, you know, four or so rounds that they've been able to get the bomb plant on A, and just straight up win very easily too. So Godsent have got some problems. I think they could go back to exploring mid control as CTs because it worked for them. Sometimes when FaZe don't go mid, they get a big tell. You try that again.
Smoke in the window.
Denied.
3 players on ramp. Will this be a fast one from FaZe? It's a good start from Brolan. Facing the wall because in a previous round, okay, never mind, there's no time for that because Guardian is wrecking everyone. Click the fingers, half of Godsent are gone.
Just like that, magic.
That's a perfect molly.
Yeah, it was. No one in position to get the kill though. Oh, the timing for Carrigan. Hampus now, this position, no, catches Guardian. Trade eventually found, but enough damage to be done. That's a frag that really needed to go the way of Exist if he wanted to win this round, I think. No smoke to deny the AWP. They're both rotating actually. Exist actually playing it smart. He's got a lot of time here. That's a beautiful way to do it. Oh my god, a reload coming out. Not sure if he ran out of bullets or not, but still the trade is going to happen regardless. Double ops held onto by Godsent, and the money's still good enough for FaZe to buy, but
whoa,
nice.
Whoa, damn nice.
You could see Brolan was anticipating the flash from the previous round where they got him through the smoke. But what a flick from Guardian. Presence of mind.
Phaser kind of broke.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of information for that sniper. Brolan continuing to engage. Twist is in trouble, or is he? Cavalry's already here. Horses trampling on the bodies of FaZe.
Oh my god.
Nice cash.
Oh my god. I want to see that again.
Again.
Again and again and again and again. Oh, Hampus, Bison. Bison Hampus.
Breaking the meta.
This is the one round where the Bison might actually be good, but the thing is that the MP9 is much cheaper and is way better in this round as well, so it's just...
It's only 5... Oh, it is a little bit cheaper, huh? Bison's 1,300? Is that right? Actually, isn't it 1,150? I can't remember. Never mind. I'll shut up.
I figured how much it is, but I know it's more. Never buy it. No relays required. Oh, hello. Oh my god. Bunch of frags here going the way of FaZe 2, and the AK's picked up. The AK's dropped. Goodbye, Bison. It's done its job. It's done its job. I want to say 1300 to 1500, but I don't know. Goodbye.
I'm gonna Google it.
The Googlers have been summoned by Londis. I always feel sad because you get handcuffs, but you can't handcuff anyone.
That would be kinky.
Because imagine, like, you know, you creep behind someone instead of knifing them. Let's just get the handcuffs on there. They're helpless. They're still in the round, but they're incapacitated. They're helpless.
It is. It's a $1,400.
1400.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, so far so good here for Godsent. This is not looking great for FaZe, honestly. Need to reconsider this B push. Always sucks when you're in the position where your opening gets blown up. You've used some utility, you've got very little left, and you're like, okay, we're in a 4v5, what do we do? Because we can't continue this way. Just walking underpass towards A, straight through connector, and once again, Godsent avoiding this position, the smoke is down. Oh, that is a money HE. Exist nuked.
Couldn't have been timed much better. Just as Twist piles on. 5v2. Rolling CT. Falls back to safety as Freddy B has gotten a favorable position in Palace, so there was just no openings, nothing. The site was totally vacated, and yet everyone from Godsent was right there on standby.
Yes, they were. And the Glocks now, well, I guess they might buy a few PT-50s or something, but I don't Deagle, CZ. That's about it. ECS decides to treat himself. Gives himself some Kevlar. Rain does some good damage. My god, almost gets a kill there on Disco Doppland. I feel like he connected at least 3 bullets on Disco Doppland. Unfortunate not to get a kill, but it will be an affair that will be ended soon. And Godsent are setting themselves up for a pretty damn decent half. The 10-5 becomes realistic, very realistic, and I feel as though they've had AKs just forever as well.
This is strange. They were down 4-3, so they have really come back into this and looked quite shaky at the beginning too.
The crazy thing is that you know that FaZe would have an amazing CT side and everything. It's a really strong side for Europas, for everyone really. But if they lose the pistol, they're looking at maybe like a 13-5, and if they do concede 10-5, so it's things could get really sketchy here. This is definitely not a given for either team. Let's see how this transpires now. FaZe looking for a fast pace into the A site, lining up the grenades. Close setup from the Godsent. The play comes in. Rotation in as well for Godsent. Do they want to push the smokes? Do they want to wait and play retake? They've got lots of grenades to retake with. Ooh, legs found. Nico's legs. And some bloody trades here. Roland still on the bomb site, undiscovered. Does some good damage here. 3v3. Bomb needs to go down still. The bomb will be planted by Rain towards on the CT side. Oh my god, that looked close. Oh my god. Headshot for Twist. Now this gets very scary for FaZe. How do they hold on to this? Rain stuck on triple. Finds himself the frag. Where's the refrag though? Does get tagged again here. So much damage, but the distraction that Rain causes gives Exist a chance, but it's the trade from Twist to do it. And plenty of time to get the defuse in, and indeed, FaZe are in a lot of trouble here. The bomb plant will enable them to buy pretty decently into this last round, but my goodness.
It's been a lot of A-takes for FaZe, and Godsent seem to be adapting better and better each round. The key frag though clearly was Guardian in the Palace. That was such a strange battle, which it just seemed like it came down to who could see over the smoke better, who got the right rotation on the smoke.
Fast mid here from Disco Doppland. Makes his way forwards, finds a decon to Guardian, but the frag will go his way, Guardian's way. And that's going to definitely feel quite good here for FaCe, as they are now very much afforded this middle position. Can they convert though? Next step is deciding whether or not you want to take connector, window, short, and they will get Rain into the window position. So we've seen Sunny win rounds from that spot by himself for mouse spots. Maybe Rain can do the same. Godsent asking questions, getting answers. Timing. Roland over the smoke. Oh, that's the bomb as well. FaZe, they need Rain so desperately now. Nico, oh, good, very good, precise. Nico will make his way onto the flank in towards middle position. Rain going absolutely insane! The long-range headshot off the spray, the crazy wild spray. But Freddie B, he is well geared up to do this. He's got full HP. And that's an easy frag, but where is Nico? They knew where the bomb was. Nico has to go for the bomb. Freddie B can play this somewhat safe here. Oh my god, what is... Oh, he's going to go straight through the smoke. So brave. Through the Molotov, that is. Whew.
This is intense.
Oh, Nico's just staying out there as well. He wants to catch Freddie B. He's got 15 seconds. He's got to go for it now, though. And Freddie B realizes both players playing this correctly so far. As Freddie B emerges, the 1v1 so critical here for FaZe. For Nico, the flicks in and Nico gets it. Oh my goodness, Rain. Oh my god.
What spray control. And that as well. But this, for real. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. That is impressive to say the least. And that's not something, that's not a frag that like even Rain can consistently get every time. That's happening fairly infrequently, and it gets FaZe round number 6, and that could really make the difference. They've not had the best half in the first half.
It's one of those deathmatch frags.
Yeah.
The grenade sails into the A-bomb site. Nico asks questions of a player toward Palace. T's move in beyond the sandwich position. Sandwich is not what they're hungry for. They're hungry for frags. Only one so far, but the bomb has been planted. Rain has been eliminated towards CT. There's no more CTs in CT to defend CT. They are, however, around the jungle. Swinging from tree to tree. But plucked out of the sky. Leaving Carrigan alone. Trying to force the issue, taking 2 in the face. Not the right place for him. Godsent double figures now. Can they convert this into a unexpected victory? I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, looking really scary. Real scary. That 12-6, a distinct possibility if Godsent can defuse the force buy of FaZe. Oh, I like it, just running into beat. This is actually a really good way to play around like this. You don't give the CTs any chance to really rotate in time. You just go for it. And it's very hard for the player with the CZ to stop an entire 5-man push.
Interesting. Carrigan opted to throw smoke on the balcony. In a normal buy round, you'd often see a CT smoke between the corner of the van and the pillar on site, because it limits how much the T's want to push around the bench position, and also gives space for CTs to rotate in through the door of the market.
Godsent should run this exact same round next round.
Yes.
Why the hell not? I mean, it's just so strong, and they have USPs.
Yeah. I mean,
just do that.
Even if they put 5 USPs there, they're gonna lose.
But there's nothing that you could reasonably do for FaZe to stop it. They would have to buy stuff, and they can't buy anything. So
this is facts. But if they split up, you know, who knows?
I really hope they don't split up. I hope they just rush somewhere together.
Do it.
Just get in there. Get it in whilst the going is good, as they say.
Very leathery USP. Looks like a suitcase from the 70s.
Roland running destruction in the middle position. He will be hunted for, he will be searched for, and he will Be on a long reload once he fires those 10 bullets. Maybe Nico's waiting for that. Pulling out the USP. He knows no one's likely to have Kevlar. Hampus will come to his support, and Swiss would be Exist would be lucky to get anything out of that position with the USP, and he won't on this occasion. 12-6, now the game starts. Do Godsent keep these UMPs? Yes, they can buy in the next round, but
oh my god,
not the same as being on the CT side.
They almost planned to lose there. They bought a MAC-10 as well, so I think they just want to keep the money high because they're expecting to actually lose this round, but they don't want to invest too much more. But if they win, you know, the reward is so massive too.
I suppose it can compound the damage from round to round if they hold on to this, and resets Faze if they win this round, which might make the remainder of the game easier for them. But can they do that? A meaty grenade deployed into the apartments.
I like this round here from Godsent, just going into the B-bomb site with these SMGs. Makes a lot of sense. Guarding with a very good spray there, but the bomb can be planted, a 2v3. Again, this is perfect. Godsent can lose this round, it's completely fine. Didn't invest in too many upgrades, and the bomb has been planted now as well, but it's looking even better than that. They can win this. 2 AKs versus 2 M4s, 2 1v1s perhaps as well.
No kit on these two CTs. Freddy B has to survive. Oh, can he get around the corner? He can. He's got a flash, and Rain's got all of 9 HP, just 1 bullet away, and he is exposed, I do believe. Easy burst from Freddy, and that is quite the round. They made the best use they could of the close quarters SMGs, and did much better than we could have expected.
Yeah, whoever's calling is doing a good job, and they just made the spoils are just huge for this round. They have so much money now. They won the 1v1. They got a bomb plan as well.
That one step of Nico, unfortunately, I mean, who knows what might have happened otherwise. They were both in the smoke, however, so. But you do wonder. This is a dangerous eco territory. The CZs and such. That grenade won't be enough. It's Hampus down to 1 HP, forced to retreat, and he can't do it, but a trade is there. And even better than that for Freddy B. The bomb has not been spotted by the CT sides in early B apartments. And maybe it's time for these Godsent players to get off mid and rotate that bomb into B.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Godsent. And they can afford to take so much damage, and they haven't even sustained that much.
I think he heard him. Yeah, Twist. He's got the bomb too.
You shouldn't stand your ground. Why? You don't need to take that decision with the bomb, and he's not going in.
But James, he can get a frag.
I don't know. Probably should have just huffed it. Strange.
James, he can just get a frag though.
That was also a round where they could have fought SMGs again.
Yeah.
And done something similar. I think they were so happy about the fact that they won like that bonus rounds that they didn't realize that FaZe were probably going to save the next one. Or if they wanted to, they'd be forcing with an even worse buy.
And I do wonder what the decision is here, because I think like a really fast pace or a really slow pace both work really effectively. I think they have been having so much success on the really fast pace that they want to continue because it's just that feeling of speed. I think, you know, the confidence that they have with it.
Yeah, totally.
There is an X factor to that.
I would totally just throw it in again just to see. We've got rounds to work with, and it's kind of obvious to go from slow to fast. So
is that the NRG, the one that this is like the NRG A take, I think.
Cloud9 do this as well.
yeah, the smoke the molly triple.
Yeah.
The boost.
Oh dear, the block from Freddy. It's going to cause problems.
It's a huge problem. They can't refresh those smokes.
But they do have over a minute on the clock, however, against 2 sniper rifles, one of which is on Guardian, the other on Carrigan. I mean, there's man advantage for FaZe. You could argue now positional advantage, or maybe not with Nico getting taken out.
Yeah, that's a crazy frag. I never expected that. Now Hampus is running towards B. Oh my god, what did they read into that? That's really interesting. It's a very strange decision, but we'll see whether or not Rain can keep the defense working here for his team. Trade comes in from Exist, and Hampus... Oh my god, the rotation, this is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Exist must surely hear this, but he's perhaps confused by the sounds of the footsteps, just doesn't expect this. Hampus jumping into... Oh, that is disgusting! The guillotine action just cutting off Carrion's head with the AK. What on earth is this round from Hampus? He's running all over the place, undetected. But Guardian can still stop this with the AWP. Nice shot!
Oh my days.
One more to go though. Has the pistol in hand. Quist is very weak. Goes for the plant, in fact. Maybe expecting Guardian to be further back than he was. And that is a horrible situation there for Godsent after all the work from Hampus.
What?
How did ECS not hear him? Like, he needs new headphones, definitely.
He 100% heard it. He must have thought it was his teammate, but he must have been so confused. But there's no... I don't care how bad your headphones are. If someone's running a cat like that, you have to be able to hear that.
That was crazy. There weren't that many of them alive at the time. I don't know. Ruthless aggression coming in from Faze top mid. Spotting one player behind the boxes, but could Twist be the bait? Even lands a shot onto Nico, leaving him with 9 HP. Twist will be the one to go down, however. Exists with the Mihu-esque smoke here. Looking around for a player on the low ground, but nothing doing just yet. Oh, Nico just escaping that grenade as well. Switching places with Guardian. There's a smoke, which probably is for connector. There we go. I throw the same smoke. There's a nice pop flash for Rain to get yet more kills. They need these kills. Half the score of their opponents at the moment. Faze. Hampus getting his bell rung, and then some.
Run through the smoke. Could try to make something happen here, but he's not going to be watching his back, as he know. So Faze stabilizing their economy, stabilizing their confidence as well, perhaps. That round from Hampus still kind of blows my mind, even though they ended up losing it in a 1v1 at the end. It still kind of blows my mind, just what he was able to accomplish in that round. And you can see there's a deep enough bank here, at least on Freddy B, who's 25 and 10.
Freddy B.
Freddy B.
He's owning it at the moment. He can drop to his teammates. Now all the money's gone for Godsent. So this is the real opportunity here for FaZe. If they convert in this round, the comeback is very much on. But if they are unable to do so, they themselves will be broke.
2 players for Godsent moving quickly up to the short position, and ECS will be waiting for them if they continue their journey. Oh, that's a great shot from Nico. What would you expect otherwise? Freddy B made it into the window, but has Guardian heard the jump? There was so much action, so many shots fired in the meantime, and no. Freddy B looking for 2 perhaps, but Guardian could turn at any point. There's the second one. Nico taken out. That's a stronghold now on the A-bomb site. Ray looking for the flank, but he has to fall back. In the meantime, ECS picks off Doppland towards CT.
No, it's going to be the retake. Shenanigans here from Faze, 3v3 after plants. Beautiful 2K from Freddy B to destabilize the defense. Rain edges his way in from CT, and the main defense is here from the jungle position, and that's going to be challenged by ECS. Hampus, good vantage point onto the bomb. Very nice. He's having an excellent game so far with Freddy B, and surely there's not anything that ECS can do from this position. He'll get 1 frag here, but the time is against him, as is the health, pretty much everything, and he'll have to try to get out of dodge, but he will be eliminated. Freddy B is hungry for more, and that's the 3rd for him in the round.
Man, it's been an unbelievable performance for Godsent so far, and tactically looking very sound. Some of the stuff that they're doing, the window smoke as well as that cat push worked out very cleanly. I think that Nico even gets an amazing kill here that helps Faze get info and stay ahead in the round, and still Godsent pull off that fantastic window boost play.
Godsent in with a fight here. Nico taken down super early. Rain has problems. They're trying to capitalize on this, but they might not expect a player in the shadow position as well. That's Guardian with the UMP, but the flash is there. 1 minute 30, it's a 2 versus 2. The bomb's been spotted towards A, rotating towards B now. And Freddy B might have got some sound cues of people moving through the market.
I love this. When you break out the core of the players, they did that with early mid control, and then you can kind of tether the defense by having someone go out mid. And your other teammate who was once shown at a site can go all the way around, and the guy in the middle can start to clear stuff out safely, and he works as a lurk. And he gets all this info at the tips of his fingers.
I think Nico got blinded by his teammate as well, just as the connector push came in. I think Rain blinded him with his mid flash. Sketchy situation. Ooh, Carrigan catches Freddy B. And with that spot, they surely must know now that the play is onto the B-bomb side. No rotation just yet from Exist. Twist has some time to try to find Carrigan. Using the barrel of the gun there just for a moment to see if he could bait a shot. Oh, this is very scary right now, Carrigan. Waiting for the plants. Is this safe? Carrigan starts to move. Did Twist hear a sound cue? Expecting the pincer from Shorten from Shop. Ooh, and the superior angle from Carrigan. Geometric advantage.
Didn't even look like he had the advantage.
He was further away by quite a margin, I think.
It took so long in B apps to get into B.
Yeah.
That I think they second guessed themselves because Freddy had a really strong position around the market area, but then he conceded it to go back because they didn't know if something was going on towards short. But with all the time they spent getting into B, that gives the CTs more time to figure out what is and what isn't and what might be, and reduce their gambles.
I really like what they're doing here. They're actually going for the 1 AK, so just spending everything on Hampus. Everybody else is like Kevlar, Nades, and Hampus went with the quick slope push, which obviously it looks really stupid because he died, but if he pushes up there, gets 1 kill, can definitely change the round, and you can see the AK can be recollected as well, so definitely a risk that could have gone his way in another round. Whew. Guardian got to be careful there with his head, with his face. Otherwise that strawberry gâteau will be ruined.
See what Godsent can do with these 3 Deagles. No more Lecro on the team for the Deagle highlights on eco rounds. He's moved on to bigger things. They move towards the A site Godsent. 1 player Palace, 2 players ramp, then 1 in connector. Let's go for the wide peak, kind of. And they will fall to Guardian. Guardian will seal their fate. 5 rounds now for FaZe. The comeback is real, the comeback is on.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Now, I do wonder, if you're at match point, is it worth the 1 AK buy? Because you only need to win 1 round, and that AK buy not working out for Hampers has left him only on the CZ, so they've handicapped themselves in a situation where they only need to win 1 round.
I like it because the CZ is really, really good, and it can be still very utilitarian. It can serve a very strong purpose, even better than an AK could in certain spots. If they play a fast round especially, which looks like they kind of want to. It's always very scary when a team just tries to go slow without any presence anywhere else, but they do have Hampus with that CZ in connector at the moment. Hampus has been having quite the game. Oh, he's going to find a timing, and the off angle could work out. Oh, can't quite get the frag with the CZ. The movement speed was helpful, but Nico will defend. In the meantime, Rain is dead.
2 sniper rifles for CT side. They've got Guardian to deal with in CT just like they did in the previous round. If they stop and try and take a duel, surely it will end in doom. Minute mark, and the second last smoke is deployed towards the ramp. It seems FaZe have a read towards B, or maybe they just have trust in Guardian. He's as good as 2 players. Risky though, if you have nobody covering Palace. Tough spot for a sniper to be in. Nico with an off angle in case of a boost perhaps into the window. But also he knows that connector is not covered, and there we go. Exposed to Palace. Guardian will get taken out, but Twist is too trusting in what he thinks he has control of in mid.
Oh, Carrigan, I'm ready for that one. Now, what else can Carrigan do with the AWP? He's going to reposition with his teammates for the retake. Disco dot plan and Freddy B. Will they end it here? Disco dot plan. Not having the best game ever, but Freddy B is, and this would be the round to have a good performance in. Just Nico in the 1v2 now as he starts to get further and further forwards. Takes down Freddy B, down to Disco dot plan, jumping on the box. Brilliant maneuver there from Nico for the 4K and the round. Godsent did get the bomb planted though, so with the loss bonus they're going to be in a decent place on the money.
That's unreal. That is so unreal. The only way the guy in the CT should be peeking is if the instant trade can come out, and he just doesn't. Freddy doesn't need to show himself. Also, Brawlin dying because he peeked too deep at the op. He should not be the one who is forced to peek into somebody else's angle. They have CT control. He can hold it, and Kerrigan would have to come all the way down to peek him to lose that fight ultimately. So they really chose to lose that in a number of ways.
And they have decided to get the CZs out. And I do wonder if they get an extra buy with like just one full block eco, because they have max loss bonus now. And I suspect that they could actually get an extra buy potentially. But either way, we'll see if they can do it with the chaos of the CZs. Rain though has a very good position at the back of the site, Nico as well. And that is that. That's all she wrote. She wrote very little.
Novella.
This is a huge opportunity for Godsent to keep themselves in the running, and they do not want to let this slip out of their fingers. If this goes to overtime, you do wonder if they'll be mentally defeated, although, again, I think maybe previous Godsent rosters might have, but there's a lot of upside to this team. So hopefully times will change, or have changed in that respect. That is a meaty grenade. You hate to receive it. Looking for an early jump on the barrel or the box was Freddy B, but Kerrigan knows better. And he knows they may look for it if there is a good spawn, and therefore he will deploy his HE grenade. Look at this position, top mid. What is this?
Oh,
There's just no way. How have you done this? Can't believe you've done this. Well, down into B they go, but there's not too much for them to do. One by one here. Freddy B does manage to get himself out there with a frag to create space for Twist, but in the 1v3, having to plant the bomb, it's just not a doable task.
I think they chose to kind of go head-to-head versus FaZe on that round as if they were equals, but Godsent had far less money, and FaZe had a nade HEs on every single player, kits on everybody. So they might have needed to be a little bit more sneaky and try to pull off the walkout or some kind of pop explode so that they didn't take any nade damage and could actually get out into the site quickly. I think that would have made it a little bit more even.
Loads of flashes. Flash spam. Can they get out of the funnel though? Doesn't look like they can. Exist is cleaning them up. Just a one kill. Freddy is dead. Last chance saloon.
On that round, they all got a little bit tunnel visions on either bench or van or something, and they needed to be jumping out of the window to make that harder for Exist. You could just shoot them in the back as they run. He does not even aiming at any target in specific. Just realizes that no one's making his crosshair move, so he can just continue to spam, and they all die, take so much damage.
Well, there's one more chance. As in the famous words of Biggie Smalls, one more chance. Let's see whether Godsent can get something going. They are playing a way slower round. It's probably needed. They had a lot of success when they could sort of mid-round into an A split. Having the likes of Freddy B and Hampus activated, but maybe Twist is a difference here. That's a beautiful peek there onto the ticket box. Now it's a 5v4 with a minute to go. This is the ideal situation for the T side. It's ideal.
Can they capitalize on this though? Can they close this out? Can they convert the rounds? Exist looking for something in the short position, while Rain keeps an eye on players going from underpass into connector. Godsent abandoned the mid position for now. Disco Doppelland continues to lurk in the Palace area, but it seems once again the focus is on B. So how will they pull players away from the B bomb site? There seems to be some degree of anticipation from FaZe. Two players here. There's a preemptive Molotov from Carrigan. What can they do to deal with this? The smoke is out. Exist going close, allowing Hamper to go past him. But the trades are there. Carrigan is down as well. Brilliant will try and clean up the market position. And now you've got the flank coming in from Dopplan, which surely Rain won't expect. Rain, the last man standing, or will he expect it? Look at the anticipation from Rain. Not enough on this occasion. 16-14, Godsent upset FaZe on Mirage.
That's not a loss I think that FaZe could really maybe afford to take. I think they need to get the 2-0 here really to be safe, but brilliant performance from Godsent. Of course, I think that from some perspectives, maybe they got a bit carried away on their second half with the pacing. I think there's a few rounds in which some questionable choices, but overall a brilliant performance, and especially from Freddie B and Hampus.
Yeah, they're not quite as good as FaZe, so it's understandable that they made like some small mistakes, but because they won that second pistol, because they had that strong lead early on, they afforded themselves some rounds to kind of mess up, but they actually made like that proper adjustment in the last round. They hit B, but they did it off and explode, and they got into the site, which is a mistake they desperately needed to fix.
Keep it simple, and simple they did. Godsent taking Mirage over FaZe Clan. Cash is going to be the second map in this series, but first we will look at the statistics. Freddie B going huge, 32 frags for him, all the rounds, just shy of 3,000 damage. Godsent upset the apple cart, now all the apples are filled with worms. Can he do the same on Cash? We will find out after the break. See you back here shortly.